Hello there, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over the JPG chat room. This is my third attempt to record this video, so hopefully it goes right this time. So this is easy box number 109 for me. If you haven't seen my previous video, I've basically decided to go through TryHackMe and knock out all the easy boxes and move on to all the mediums, making videos about my progress of doing such. Okay, so for this one we've got the server up and running. I've got the IP address, so let's go ahead and jump into it. First thing as always is a Nmap scan. If I can remember how to type this morning. Alright, so real quick we see that we've got 22 and this 3000 open. Don't know anything about it, so let's see if we can find out a little bit more. Alrighty, nothing too much. Looks like it gives us a message when it gets connected to it. So let's clear this out. Let's use netcat and see what we get. Alright, use message. The message is currently on the channel. Use report some of the admins. Okay, so if we do message, we get disconnected. Okay, connections refused. And this is what I ran into when I originally did the box. I know some of you may get frustrated when you hit this type of stuff, especially on these older boxes. All you need to do is basically get that connection to reset. So instead we'll use telnet. You see we get the same message. Let me make sure I'm using the right brackets. Cool. Now if we go back to netcat, which is the more stable of the two, we should be able to get back in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so with this, basically you can play around. There's not really much you can do. But one thing that is interesting is if you use this report to drop a reverse shell. Okay, so here we are at revshells.com. I've got this IP address in because TryHackMe has a new VPN system. We'll copy this. If I remember that I'm in a browser, so Control-Shift-V does not work, just Control-C. Come back over here. Since we got that, and we got our rev shell listening, let's connect back to the machine. You know what? I need to just go ahead and do this as target. Let's just do that. Export target equals blah. There we go. Now let's copy our rev shell. There we go. Make it a little bit easier. Oh my gosh, if I can spell. Alright, we just want to type in the word report like this. So we'll just say gman, your report. Now here we want to put a semicolon. This is, think of it like this is doing an entry into, say, like a SQL or something like that, right? Semicolon is going to break, or I guess it's even JavaScript, or because Python doesn't make much sense, but wherever the back end is handling this. You want to do that to break the input so that way our command can run. And then to go ahead and put another one at the end of this, hit enter. And as you can see, it hung, and we should be connected over here. Yes, we are. Now, if we take a look, we see that we are in the root directory. Okay, so clear doesn't work. So real quick, if you come across that, all you need to do, export term equals xterm. And then clear works. Let's change to home, see what we got here. Wes, what do we got here? You can see we got the user.txt. So go ahead and grab your first flag and then come back and we'll get on to the root flag. So of course one of the first things I like to check is the sudo-l to see if there's any commands that we can run. Okay, as you see there is, we've got this. Go ahead and copy that. So let's take a look at that module that's running. So we'll go to change op dev star. And let's go nano test star. Oh, nanos. Oh, I spelled nano wrong. Dyslexia, gotta love it. There we go. Alright, so this executes the Python variable from compare, import, and compare strings. So all this is doing is comparing these three strings. We'll print true if it's true, false if it's false. So if we back out, maybe. There it goes. Okay, So I just hit Control X and then I hit enter, and that allowed me to get out. So we'll clear this, do sudo and that command. There we go. You see we get true back. Alright, so we can't edit the file directly because if we take a look here, you can see it's owned by root and others only have read permission. Only the owner of the file, not even the owner's group, but just the owner itself has a right. So there are two things that you can do to basically hijack a Python file. The way Python looks for libraries is it typically will check local first, like the folder it's in, and then it will go to the predetermined Python path where the rest it knows all the other libraries are installed. If it finds a local version of whatever that import library is, it will typically grab it first. Unfortunately, we do not have write access to this folder. As you can see here by this dot dot, you can see the only one that has write access is going to be the owner, which is root. So the other option we have is to manipulate a variable called Python path, and to do that, we'll use a trusty friend, temp directory. Alright, so since we're in the temp directory, we want to make sure that Python knows to look here to get files, and for that we're going to execute the Python path exploit. So to export Python path equals temp, like that. And then real quick, let's make our compare file. So we're going to do touch compare.py. Okay, and to put data in the file to be executed, we're going to use the echo command. We'll do that with import os, semicolon, os.system, open parens, single quote, then bash, close, close, close. Tell it to save that into compare.py. There we go. So now if we run the command, we should get a shell back. Alrighty, let's do ID. Good, we are root, so you change to root. And let's take a look what's in the folder. There's your root.txt file. Alrighty, that's it for this box. Simple little box. Can be a little tricky with those shells on remote machines, so learning some terminal commands so you can edit files without actually having to open an editor is nice, but also if you can run a Python server, you can push down or pull up files as well as you can edit them locally. That is another idea, and maybe I'll show you that in another video sometime. But like I said, that's all for now. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.